पॉलिसी बाजार पर 1 करोड़ रुपए का टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस केवल 450 रुपए महीने से शुरू। वाव!
Our top story now, and even as Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami reached sinking town Joshimath to assess the situation following the collapse of a temple and several houses and ordered the immediate evacuation of around 600 families. NDTV has accessed several letters which were written by residents of Joshimath to the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, informing him about the cracks and landslides due to blasts under the NTPC tunnels. Now, these letters were written in December 2022, informing the administration about the initial cracks, but the government never replied to these letters. NDTV's Tanushri reports.
In fact, we have NDTV has exclusively accessed 3 letters which were written by the residents of Joshimath informing Pushkar Dhami, who is the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, and very clearly saying in their subject that the blasts which are happening under the NTPC tunnels, NTPC is just about a kilometer from Joshimath, and the residents have informed the Chief Minister 3 times in the past, in December and November 2022, that due to those blasts, the entire land is actually shaking and the houses are witnessing the initial cracks. That was the first time in December last year. It was the first time when the houses, Joshimath, for the first time ever in their history, started to have cracks on the houses. The residents immediately wrote to the Chief Minister informing him about the situation on the ground. Then a second letter was again written on the 4th of December informing the Chief Minister once again by the residents that the situation is becoming graver by the day. Cracks are becoming wider, and more cracks are fissures are in fact developing on the hotels, in the roadways and in the houses as well. But all the 3 times there was no reply by the government. Obviously the letters were received, but there was never any action which was taken by the government. Of course, today now that the situation is the situation is such that the entire town of Joshimath, which is a sacred town of our country, it's on the brink of completely breaking down. We saw a temple which completely collapsed after it developed fissures. Almost all the houses in the town have massive cracks and the houses are sinking, owing to which the residents of this area in this kind of a brutal winter, brutal cold in Joshimath, they are spending their nights on the streets and hotels are tilting. So you can imagine the situation, and now the Chief Minister is saying that we are going to rehabilitate these families, and some of the families have been shifted to safer locations. But the question is that these families have spent their entire savings, their entire lifetime building that one house, building that one hotel. How are they going to compensate for that property? And this is not the first time that the government, government has been warned of this kind of a situation. They were in the past have been warned about the NTPC blast, about the landslides and about the cracks. Had the government taken any action in the past, maybe, as you rightly said, we wouldn't be seeing this kind of a situation where there is a danger of the entire Joshimath town sinking. But here we are today, and once again we are seeing that the government did not take any action when they should have taken, and now we have come to a point where a very sensitive region, which is very close to the India-China border, which connects to very important religious places, Badrinath and the Hemkund Sahib, and which is a very fragile zone, being a Zone 5 seismic zone, very highly prone to earthquake. That kind of an area is now on the brink of a gradual sinking. The government maybe should have taken some action, but clearly they have not.